Okay, so if we remember from our last math course, we worked on addition and subtraction, but within 20. So this class, we're gonna start learning about addition and subtraction, but with bigger numbers, all the way up to 100. So first, we're gonna refresh our memory. So I'm gonna hand out some of these blocks. Okay, so I'm gonna write some questions on the board, and I want you guys to just work with either the person next to you or like 2 other people and create these numbers using the connecting blocks. And just remember, or like start with the first one, and we'll go through answers. This should be easy because it's a review. The first one? What did you have to add to 4 to prevent the problem?
7. Okay, 2 odds, right? We got like a hologram, and then we got like a grass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2.
Does everyone have their answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, on the count of 3, we're gonna all say it out loud together. 1, 2, 3.
11.
Good job. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more. So this is the next one. 8 minus 6. Has everyone got it? You all look done. Okay, on the count of 3, we're gonna say it out together again. 1, 2, 3.
2.
Good job, guys. Okay, we have 1 more, and then we're gonna get on to the rest of the lesson. 5 plus 13 equals. One more minute.
This would be so dangerous.
Okay, does everyone have it? Alright, we're gonna say it together. 1, 2, 3.
18.
Good job. Okay, so you guys should have some experience using these base 10 blocks, because I know we used them for the last addition class, addition and subtraction class. But I'm gonna hand them out, and we're gonna take a couple minutes just to explore them, play with them, see what you notice about them, get used to them again. Okay. You guys can share this back. Specific number that's supposed to be. Okay, take a couple minutes, try to represent some numbers with them, see how they relate to one another. You can still work in pairs for this.
block.
That's interesting. What are you noticing about the blocks?
That they, you can put them in the same rows even though they're not 10 each.
So are you representing certain numbers different ways?
Yeah. Representing a tens block with one.
Mine's standing up.
What number would that represent even though it's standing up?
10.
Is there another way you can think to represent that?
To represent this? Oh.
Oh, good job. Together.
Wow.
What about you? What number do you have?
I have 45.
So what do you think?
Is there any other way you can think to represent that number?
You picked up.
Or these bad boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
10 singles.
Okay, so
Did you see the bloody?
I'm gonna hand out a worksheet now, and you guys are gonna work individually on this. So I wanna get your own thoughts, your own answers. You're gonna work with the base 10 blocks, and you're gonna do your best to answer the questions on this sheet. So I see you wrote 38. How do you know that that's the answer?
The 25 plus 13.
25 plus 13. How did you represent that?
The circles.
With
I know they
circles?
should have been squares because they're movies,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's gonna take longer for squares. I just counted in my head, I think.
Okay. That's one way to do it for sure.
Oh, here's how I did it.
Okay.
So you know the 13,
Yeah.
right? Well, you start with an even number, so to help me get there. So like you have 25, and then I did 25 plus 10, and I know that that's 35.
Oh, good job.
And then I know that I still have 3 to use, so I have to add 3 to 35, which is 38.
Can you think? I actually have an extra hundreds chart. If you want to show me how you did that on a hundreds chart.
Oh, sure.
Wow, you're advanced over there.
Okay, so like, oh, I'm nervous, Miss Danny. Okay, so can I
Yeah,
write on it?
yeah.
Okay, so I started with 25, right? And I said, if there's 13, that means, okay, there's one set of 10. Kind of like this, Miss Danny, right? So there's that. So then I have to do another set, I have to add 10, so like I count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
But it's 13, not 10, so I have to add 3 more, so 1, 2, 3.
How did you know to go to the right on the number chart instead of
It's
the left?
counting up, Miss Danny.
Good job.
Yeah. Silly questions.
Okay, I'm gonna hand out 100 charts in case anyone else likes to practice and learn that way. Can anyone tell me how to break down some of the bigger numbers using the blocks?
So if you do 40 minus 28 representing the ones in the tens block, it's not big enough to use the hundreds block.
Mhm. Good.
So
Good job.
Did you mess it up?
Okay, we'll take about 2 or 3 more minutes to wrap up our last questions. If you don't finish them all, or you don't know how to do one, we'll go over them as a class. What grade are we in?
Second grade, hold on. What? Oh, yeah.
sorry guys, I'm a little tired today.
You haven't passed.
I just put my nose, bro.
Thank you.
Okay, are we ready to go over the worksheet?
You're fine.
Okay, the first question we had was 25 plus 13. So, can someone brave tell me what they did to solve this problem? Yeah?
I made blocks, kind of like the ones that we had physically, and then
Okay.
I had added them together.
Okay, I'm gonna represent that on the board so everyone can see. Okay, so Anne Marie took, to represent 25, she took 2 base 10 blocks and then 5 single blocks, and together that made 25. And she added it to 13 by having 1 base 10 block and 3 individual to represent 13. So what did you get?
I got 38.
38, good job. Did anyone represent this problem a different way? Or use the number chart? No, okay. So, could I have represented this problem by making 13 blocks first and then adding 25 blocks?
Yeah.
Sure, Miss Danny.
Yeah? Okay. What would the difference in that be? Would I still be adding 25 to 13?
No, you'd be adding 13 to 25.
Yeah, so that's gonna come into play for our word problems later. So we're gonna practice those in a little bit, but you have to make sure that if we're starting with a number 25 and we're adding 13, it has to be represented in this order because it's plus 13. So how many did she start with?
25.
25, yeah. So it said she started with 13, the first number would have been 13. Okay, so another way to represent this would have been using the hundreds chart. And like we talked about, you would go down 1, block to represent 10, and then to the right 3 to add the 13. Okay. So the next question we're gonna go over. Okay, so the next one was 40 minus, help me out,
40 minus 28.
28, okay. So can someone read the word problem out loud? Go ahead.
Mitch has 40 t-shirts. His dad thinks he has too many and makes him give away 28 of them. How many t-shirts does Mitch have left?
Okay, good job. So, who wants to share how they solved this problem? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what I did 4 10 blocks, this, and then I did it differently drawing than I did on the, whatever it was called, the table. But then I shaded in 28 of them to show that you're kind of like getting rid of them. Like
Oh, good
this,
job.
Like that.
Okay, let me write that the way that you did. So, she represented 40. Oh my god, this marker.
Oh, maybe that was the good one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this represents 40 because it would be 4 10 blocks, so 4 times 10, well, maybe not yet, but 40. So what she did is she counted 28 and she shaded those out. So I'm gonna shade out the first 20, because that'd be 2 base 10 blocks. And then count 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To shade out the rest. And what was the amount that we had left?
12.
We had 12, good job. I like how you use shading. Did anyone use a different technique or do it a different way? Yeah, go ahead.
I used the 100 chart, and I started at 28 and I counted up to 40.
You counted up to 40.
Yeah.
Okay, so does everyone agree with that way to solve it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you explain how you knew to count up to 40?
Because that would show me the difference between 40 and 28.
Okay, so the only thing with that is, what number did we start with? So when we're representing a word problem, we want to start with the number that we had. So what's a different way that you could have done that to start with 40 and still find your answer?
Start at 40 and then count back to 28.
Yeah, you would count down 28. So which direction would we go if we were trying to subtract? Let's start with 20. We go up or down to?
Down.
Down to, okay, look at it.
When you start at 40, then you go down. Up on the chart, but down
Yeah.
on the
Okay, so if we're starting here on the number chart and we want to subtract 20, are we gonna go down to or up to? Up to, good. So that would get us to 20, and then what direction are we gonna go to subtract 8 more?
Left.
Left, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So then our answer would be 12. Good job. Alright, so now I'm gonna hand out another worksheet. This is your guys' exit slip, so we're gonna work on it for like the last 5 minutes of class, and you'll have your blocks and your hundreds chart to try to work on this. And if you don't get it done, that's fine, you can just turn it in tomorrow and work on it as homework. You're working hard, you should be able to do this in the next 5 to 10 minutes and get it done before the end of the day. I want you to try to represent the first problem by yourself, and after that you guys can work in pairs. I'm gonna challenge you guys to try to solve at least one of the problems in a different way that you did on the last worksheet. So if you use blocks, try the 100 chart, or the other way around. Or if you use only individual blocks, try representing them using a 10 block.